Yo, it's your boy JTG, and you are listening to WNS Podcast. Chill.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 different countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
Tyler Abear.
And we welcome you to episode 326 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We are on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm, and Satchel. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
You can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. So welcome to the show. Got a lot to cover this week. We've got feedback, Q&A. We've got Raw Talk, Smackdown. We're going to give you our Extreme Rules predictions as well. So welcome to the show. No Doug this week, unfortunately. Duty calls. He's stuck at work.
Yeah.
But two-man show this week. So Tyler, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah?
All right.
How was your Memorial Day weekend?
It wasn't eventful at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
That didn't do a damn thing.
That was a lie.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it was...
Honest Abear.
I think it was like, there's two people I knew that it was their birthdays. So,
not very important people, I hope.
Very important people in my life. It's the best.
At least one of them.
Yeah, just one of them.
Just only one person
Only one.
of the two are important.
Some information. My wife and Daniel have the same birthday.
Yeah, we do.
So, yeah. So, one day, I had a party at Daniel's.
That's right.
And the second day, we had a party at my wife's, or my in-laws, I should say.
Yeah.
And the third...
And that night was the party in the pants.
Party in the pants. Third day was beach.
Yes. That was
Houston.
A good day. Yeah, unexpected trip to Houston. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Man, I haven't been to the beach in a long time.
Yeah?
So it's pretty cool. A lot of people, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going on a less eventful weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have a little more fun and, you know,
have space to do things.
Yeah.
You know,
so we had a lot of time spent together, along with our lovely wives who put up with us.
Yeah.
For so much.
Yeah. I say a lot of stupid shit.
So
comedy, man.
Yeah, we had a great Memorial weekend. Had a lot of fun. Played some video games. Had some fun at the beach. Played some card games.
Yeah.
Hung out. Got to relax. So I wish we could do it some more. Up next is going to be your birthday, sir.
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
Yes.
A little more than a month away. So, you excited? You pumped? Do you have any plans?
No, not really. I mean, I'm not like super pumped or anything. It's,
What's the number?
I'm opposite. What?
What's the number going to be?
29.
Oh, not the big 30 yet.
No, I would have one more year. My wife is 29, and I always say this joke all the time, and she rolls her eyes. I'm like, I have a cougar for my wife because I know a cougar is you have to have someone who is older than you by years or whatever. But my wife is just older than me than like a month and a few days.
Sure.
So I call her cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
I got one of those.
You got a sugar mama.
I got a sugar mama.
She take care of you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we've got a lot to cover this week. We've got like a full page of your feedback / Q&A, so we'll just jump right into that. But before we do, just a reminder to everyone who might be listening to us on iTunes, if you happen to like our show and you are subscribed, feel free to leave us a review. If you're outside of the United States, please let us know that you did by going to our Facebook page, WNS Podcast, and letting us know, because we do like to check them, and we do like to say thank you to anyone who takes time out of their day to give us a review on there. So it's really cool. So we do have some feedback. First one we have is from Fear Reaper on YouTube saying, so fucking done with this beach ball mania shit. Tozawa and Kendrick had a really good match, Extreme Rules match, and all the crowd could do was focus on a beach ball. So I have to know, if you were at an event and were able to get your hands on that beach ball, would you pop it? That's a big moral thing.
Yeah.
So if there's a beach ball going around during an entertaining matchup, would you, Mr. Tyler Abear, pop the ball?
I would say yes, but I don't know. At the same time,
But then you'd have thousands of people booing you.
I mean, I don't care if they boo me.
Yeah.
I don't think people will lay their hands on me or whatever like that. But you never know with
You
people.
would be hated.
I don't give a shit.
Hated by your peers.
I don't care if
By your
I'm
fellow
hated
wrestling fans.
by a fucking sea of people get that ball gone. But, you know, I don't think anyone, I mean, I'll fight anyone, but I don't want to be jumped by a whole crowd. I don't think I would be jumped.
I would intentionally, but air quote unintentionally, maybe bat the ball towards one of the guards or something like that, and they can handle popping it. I'd be like, dude, I was trying to knock it over there, and I just
that's
whiffed.
a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So that way the blame, it's not all on you, but they'll kind of look at you and be like, dude, come on, you ruined it. And you're like,
fuck
no,
you.
I was trying to go,
Yeah,
I was trying to hit it over there. And
Yeah, that person over there was calling
My
my
bad.
name. Yeah, okay.
the guy standing in front of the guard should have hit it. That's his
Yeah.
fault. Blame that 7-year-old
Yeah.
dressed in a 30-year-old's body.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you, Fear Reaper, for the feedback. Next bit of feedback we have is from James saying, I was yelling Miz, Savage, and Sheamus when we were trying to do the name the WWE champions.
Oh, okay.
So good to hear back from
cool.
that. Next bit we have is from Zach saying, fairly new listener. I found your show on the Simon Gotch interview and have been listening ever since. I like to hear your opinions on WWE wrestling and other topics. I think Hideo was more over with the Chicago crowd because of him using the go to sleep. I think that got him over with the Chicago crowd more that night, being Punk's hometown, and people wanted to see him win that match with a GTS in Punk's town on the ongoing in Punk's town. On the ongoing topic of 205 guys, I think WWE needs to attempt to give these guys 205 and even the UK guys now sometime outside of 205 or even their divisions to get them more over while still having their own shows, championships, and Raw segments. But start having them develop more character and compete on Raw and NXT with upper mid-card talent for mid-card championships to help develop them as stars that can carry their division to new heights. I could be wrong, but I believe the women's tournament will have 32 competitors. So thank you very much, Zach, for checking out our show, and we certainly appreciate it.
We'll start Hideo.
Yeah, we'll start with Hideo. I'm not sure if...
I don't know if it's the GTS. I think just
Yeah.
in general, like, you know, Chicago is...
Chicago's a hot crowd.
Yeah, they are also, a wrestling city, I would say, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So...
Chicago,
Yeah, they
Philly.
love... Yeah, I think they love, Hideo, but they also have those fans who've known him since he was,
Kenta. Yeah.
So...
And... you have to think CM Punk got the GTS
from
Hideo.
Yes.
So,
but the thing is,
maybe it's a fan appreciation.
But if there's new people who don't know that, I mean,
and
they're
sure there are.
There's gonna be people. Oh, well, he got that from CM Punk,
right?
Yeah, no.
Actually, it's the other way around. Yeah. But for those who don't know, that is the case.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. It might just be a Chicago crowd. It might just be an appreciation for the move and the fact that CM Punk, most notably from Chicago, used it. Maybe they want to see the real person, the real guy using it. As far as 205 Live, we've talked about this a number of times. I would really love to see 205 Live be filmed in the Full Sail Arena, similar to NXT. I think you get them in front of that crowd, that would get, more. I think that would do better than putting them in front of the live crowd after SmackDown. Because once SmackDown's over, everyone kind of wants to leave, and they don't really want to stick around for 205 Live after that. So I think it would be best if they did move him to Florida.
Yeah. You and Doug have, and I agree with y'all. Y'all have been saying it for the last few weeks and stuff, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And as far as the women's tournament, I would like to see 32 competitors. I think that'd be pretty cool. I won't be surprised if they have less, but we'll see. But thank you very much, Zach, and we appreciate you checking out our show.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Next bit of feedback we have is from Victor. Saying, cool show once again, guys. I have to admit, Roode as the main guy in NXT is the reason I haven't been following the show as much. He feels like he needs the glorious title since he doesn't have much else to offer himself. I preferred him in TNA as part of Beer Money since tag teams are able to hide performers' flaws much easier than singles competitors. But I do also have a question. What type of top guys or main draws do you prefer pro wrestling shows to have? A face who fights off every threat in their way, or a heel who's so dominant you can't wait to see them lose? Thanks as always for the fun podcasts.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, Victor.
What do you want to start with?
I'll start with the question as far as top guys or main draws. I always like to see the chase. The good guy's trying to overcome the bad guy.
Yeah, but also, I mean, that's good too. But, well, I was about to say on certain characters, but they're not top guys. That the chase is for them, and then once they get the belt, and then it's that's not really top.
I think the biggest draw is always good overcoming evil, as opposed to evil taking over good. So I mean,
I guess that's what you want to see. But if there was a heel that was just such a badass. You know, I would say boo, but inside I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like similar to Brock Lesnar, you know, when he held the title, and he's still holding the title and whatever, he's a dominant heel. So you want to see someone be able to take Lesnar to his limits and defeat him in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look back to how they did Daniel Bryan for WrestleMania 30. You know, the build up for it, the eventual overcoming the odds. He defeated Triple H. He got put in the main event. He ended up overcoming the odds on that and winning the championship. Yeah. You know, it was so well done for that I don't know. It's the chase. It's the journey.
Yeah, it gets you pumped.
Yeah, and I'll agree as far as Bobby Roode. I think Doug is very outspoken as far as his feelings towards Bobby Roode. I'm sort of agreeing with him here as well.
Okay, I'm trying to go back in my mind and remember things about him in TNA. And I remember watching him in a lot of things in TNA.
One of them said beer and the other one said money.
Yeah, but it's so weird because on top of my head I can't remember. Like, I remember them wrestling people, but I just don't remember too much. I don't know why. It's a distant thing.
Is it because they didn't do anything that's that memorable?
I guess so. They had fun little things, but I don't know. I didn't think that there was...
Like, for you, what's the most memorable Bobby Roode moment?
Oh, if... Like, personally or with him part of a team?
Either one.
I remember them forming Beer Money.
Yeah.
I liked that when they first, started. And I liked when he was part of Team Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was just them as a team, not Bobby Roode himself. Shoot, I don't know.
Okay. In your personal opinion, and other people will have their own, what is the standout match for Bobby Roode? If you were going to introduce a fan who's never heard the name Bobby Roode, what would be the one match you show them to be like, this is what this guy's all about?
I couldn't tell you. Just because when TNA, I got off of TNA a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a little bit after Beer Money split. Maybe the first time they split. And I think he went on a singles run when he got the title.
Mm-hmm.
So I missed out on all that. But, so I would only have to say, if I had introduced someone to Bobby Roode stuff, it would be NXT things. And it was probably the Shinsuke match with them. I don't know. One of them. Which is, I don't know.
That's tough.
It is tough.
Because can you really say he's had one of those standout matches?
But there could be some people out there who's watched TNA and watched everything. Like, you're wrong. I've seen when he did this and this and this. And if there's some people out there, tell us,
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, because if someone says to me, what's the standout match for CM Punk? I'd be like, CM Punk, John Cena, Money in the Bank 2011. That's the quintessential. And you could say the same for John Cena. Mm-hmm. That or the one he had against AJ Styles. Or,
I know some other things that, like matches and feuds and stuff with CM Punk, because I have some of his older stuff on disc and stuff when he was in Ring of Honor when he fought Samoa Joe in his feuds and stuff like that.
But that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. Like, you throw out a name and you can come up with a couple of matches. You'd be like, dude, you got to check out this one. When it comes to Bobby Roode, are there that many matches? Or is he sort of just a kind of down the road? He's a solid competitor.
He was with TNA for a long period of time. I don't know what he did before that. Yeah. So there may be someone out there who knows more than I do.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. If you happen to be a fan of Bobby Roode, let us know what the standout match for him that maybe we should check out, that maybe we've missed. Excuse me. But yeah, so thank you very much, Victor. We certainly appreciate it. Next bit of feedback we have is from X Swordstone X saying, "Stop saying I don't know every 2 seconds."
Oh,
yeah, I'll try. It's hard to. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to bring that out of your vocabulary. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Know. Yeah,
I
don't know.
You don't.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. When I'm talking, stuff just comes out.
You don't know you're saying it.
Yeah, you don't know.
Damn
it. I don't know. You don't know. Sorry. I know it's probably annoying him. It just happens when I talk. Like, also, it bothered me when I first started. I would say a lot. Damn it. Dang it. He had to point it out. We all have our little things.
I don't know.
What do you know?
I don't know.
Doug says this stuff too. We all have our little things, but we do say that. Sorry, I'm rubbing it. Sometimes I'm saying I don't. Okay, sometimes I'm saying like, haha, I said it, but then sometimes it just comes out.
We'll just let you know.
Sorry, man.
Not even that. It's, dude, that's how we talk. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's just how we talk, Damn it. Damn it.
No, you're saying not I don't know.
Oh, it's the same thing.
It's close enough.
It's close enough. It can be repetitive.
You know. Everybody knows.
Let's go.
We're going to have a new shirt. Says, on the front, and on the back it's going to say, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll make millions. Brenton.
Spaghetti time.
Next bit of feedback we have is from Micah, and he says, buy Injustice 2, if you haven't already, or pre-ordered. I don't know when it comes out. To give my opinions on Bobby Roode, I watched the match over again, and it seemed the crowd was split. The whole moniker now being to cheer for the heels. Roode gains too much adoration for my taste from the crowd with him being a heel. But this time was particularly different. Roode versus Itami, in my opinion, was the second best match on the card to me. Normally, I do not like Bobby Roode's wrestling style. It's too slow, prodding, and boring for this fan's taste. But Itami and he did excellent, in my opinion. Selling was magnificent, with Roode selling his arm and Itami his leg. They took a moment to get into the groove, but once the story was told very well, and Roode even got more boos than cheers. Also to note, I like the way they handled Itami's return. He seems like a deadly killer rather than his original thing when he showed up as, I am Japanese, I kick a lot. I'm hopeful that if he goes with a feud with Cassius Ohno, it'll be magnificent. Ohno is the god. As always, great show, guys. Can't wait to listen to more. So thank you, Micah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I said last week. I said Ohno and Itami. Mm-hmm. They're gonna tear the shit down.
And I agree with you. The way that they built Itami's return, like they were pushing him hard on NXT the weeks leading up to it. I mean, they had vignettes after vignettes, showing this guy. So looks like they're gonna be giving him a shot.
Give me a shot.
Shot of Patron?
Yeah.
Alberto?
Nope.
Oh. So thank you everyone for the feedback. We certainly do appreciate it, as always. Let's go into Raw, the final Raw, the go-home show before Extreme Rules kicks things off with Miz TV. He brings out Cesaro, Sheamus, and that brings out Ambrose and the Hardys. Hey, what do you know? We got a 6-person tag match. Who could have saw that coming? Nobody. That's who. So we have a... this was a fun little matchup. Ambrose and the Hardys end up getting the win over Sheamus, Cesaro, and Miz. Any particular thoughts on it?
No, just delete.
Yeah, the fans certainly remember that.
I have a feeling that it's not going to happen.
I don't know. I don't think it will.
Yeah.
They'll still tease it from time to time, but I don't know if we're going to be having that character.
This is going to sound horrible.
That's horrible.
But I'm usually not like this. I started kind of tuning them out since they didn't get the delete, the broken character. Nothing against them. I still like the Hardys, but I'm like,
What are your thoughts about the fan theory of just saying, well, okay, if you can't say broken, why not go with a different word like shattered? Like shattered Matt Hardy.
It doesn't matter, but I wonder if they're still acting just to tweak the character a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that they would still trying to, hey, you still can't do that, because they are acting like them. I would think they would find a way to be like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But it's not broken. Shattered, Hardy.
Because, when William Regal was in WCW, and I know this is completely different, he was Steven Regal.
Yeah.
And then he came over to WWE and is William Regal. So it's it's the same character in a sense.
Yeah.
It's just a slight change in the name. So you go to from broken Matt Hardy to shattered Matt Hardy. Mick Hardy.
Mick Hardy.
Mick Harvey.
Jeff Harvey and Mick Harvey.
Foley.
Yeah, but going back to this segment, it was all right. I'm still digging Sheamus and Cesaro as a heel team together.
We are the bar.
Yes. It was all right.
Cool. Excuse me. I found it very interesting that Corey Graves stood up and walked off camera right in the middle of their talking segment. That intrigued me because you don't see stuff like that.
No.
At first I was like, oh, maybe there's a family emergency or something. They go to commercial, come back. We see Kurt Angle holding the phone. Is it just me, or does Kurt Angle sound very robotic when he's delivering his lines?
Yeah.
It seems so unnatural to hear him talk.
Who knows?
Anyways, so he was holding a phone. Corey Graves was next to him, and he says, "This could ruin me." Basically.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. We'll find out in the coming weeks.
This is going to be like a new storyline.
We've got a mystery on our hands.
Yeah,
it's a shame we don't have the fashion files on us on Raw.
Fashion files.
Yeah, fashion police. They could join the case.
It is Kurt Angle did porn.
Nah, I don't think I'll do that. Let's see. After that, we got to see Elias Sampson going up against Zach Evans.
Digging him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Zach Evans?
Yeah, that's it, man. I love that dude. Hopefully they'll bring him back and he can
he can go up against James Ellsworth.
Yeah, he's the new James Ellsworth.
They'll bring in a new championship.
Real quick, speaking of James Ellsworth, my wife was watching SmackDown with me, and when they had those packages at the beginning and stuff, she was like, "That's a weird looking dude."
Yes.
Yeah.
He is a very strange guy.
Sorry. But
he's the guardian of my galaxy.
Yeah. Elias, I just don't remember him being like this on NXT, but I dipped into NXT when he was there just, at times. I saw some stuff. I don't know, but I'm totally digging him, man.
We'll see what happens in the coming weeks. I'm curious as to what they're trying to do with him. I
he
forgot.
Still owes The Miz.
Yeah. Yeah, he owes him one. Maybe that's what we'll see at Extreme Rules. Yeah.
Beat your ass.
Yeah. After that, we got to see a triple threat match, which I thought was a lot of fun. The stories they were telling about it was Finn Balor going up against Bray Wyatt versus Samoa Joe in a triple threat match. Yeah, that was pretty
cool. Before the match, Joe's watching tape on Finn, and he knows about Finn.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I know the devil, or was it the devil you know, and then there's the devil you don't know. Then the package of Bray's like, hey, I'm the devil you don't know. But Joe.
I see you, man. Thanks for watching TV.
I don't know. Like I've always said, like the last few episodes, I'm intrigued of new matchups. Even though the last few weeks they've got their hands on each other, it was Wyatt and Joe, but that's still fresh to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of new fresh matchups with anyone with Joe, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. So,
and I like this match particularly because it felt like a handicap match, but it was still a triple threat match.
Yeah, it's like, me and Wyatt will take on Balor, but then something happens and Wyatt's gonna take a shot at Joe.
Yeah,
Joe's gonna take a shot at Wyatt. But
then they would refocus and go after Finn. So I really like that. And I like the fact that Balor ended up cleaning house and doing all the work. Samoa Joe capitalized and got the win.
Yeah.
So, it gives him momentum going into Extreme Rules, although, I'll give you a slight spoiler as far as my predictions. I don't think Samoa Joe is going to win.
Yeah.
But I think Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar would be a very interesting match to watch.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I don't think that's going to be the direction that they go.
Nah. But
Samoa Joe does end up getting the victory. We go into a cruiserweight matchup. Rich Swann going up against Noam Dar. And, yeah.
Now the new pairing up between Rich Swann
and Sasha Banks. Yeah. With Noam Dar and Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Rich homie Swann.
Fox. Yes, Rich Swann ended up getting the victory.
You handle this.
They had a nice little dance-off. Mm-hmm. Me and you.
Okay. Let's do it.
We got a backstage segment featuring The Revival. Got to see them return. And they were like, yeah, we've been back and, all that good stuff.
Top guys out.
And I like the fact that they showed the video clip of them walking backstage. Everyone was questioning, he was like, well, we've been back here for weeks. We just, haven't been in the ring. Yeah. And, dude, did you see the wiring?
Yeah.
My God. That's got to suck.
So it's wired shut.
It is wired shut.
So how does he eat?
Through a straw. Protein shakes for days.
Okay, so it's wired shut. You can talk. You can still talk.
Yeah. Although it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, you can get used to.
Are you just trying to do that right
now?
Yeah,
I'm trying to do that. See?
Okay.
So you can still talk.
Say Mississippi.
No.
Say it.
Mississippi.
Yeah, not too bad. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Nope.
Say it.
Nope.
Say it.
Oh.
Say it. Say it.
You jump over the lazy damn dog.
All right. Then we saw, man, the whatever storyline they're doing with Corey Graves, like, I'm so intrigued by it.
It's gotcha.
It does, because Big Cass comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he's like pointing at Graves, like, are you trying to accuse me of attacking Enzo, my friend, and all that? And you see Graves like, dude, I'm just bringing the word to Kurt Angle. That's it.
And
then they shake hands.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell's going on?
In my head, I was like, big boot him to the face. Come on, hit Corey.
Nah, you can't do that. Man's retired from the ring. Too many concussions. You definitely don't want to be messing with the head. Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. That was a bad joke.
Yeah. After that, we got to see Titus O'Neil defeat Callisto. Quick matchup.
Hey, man, win's a win.
He made it a win.
You got to be part of that Titus brand,
Would you be part of the Titus brand?
Yeah, man.
You would?
Yeah, he makes
take a selfie with Titus?
Yeah.
All right. If you're going to fight, you better make it a fight.
Yeah,
but if you're going to win, make it a win.
Make it a win.
Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
Callisto missed out, man. He could have been part of the Titus brand.
He should have been part of the Titus brand. Prestige, worldwide. After that, this show went south. So bad.
Yep.
This is probably the worst segment that has aired on Monday Night Raw in quite some time. And I'll be honest,
Did you hear the deletes?
I skipped a good chunk of this segment because it lost me so fast. Like, I had no interest in watching it, and I had DVR'd it. So whenever I got home and I was watching it, I got to this part. I fast-forwarded through it because it was so bad.
My wife saw it. She's like, this is really bad.
Yeah. Once she got to the teacher, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
who the hell approved this?
I don't know. Someone.
And you know it had to go past Vince. And he said, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, it's funny when The Rock and Mick Foley did it. Nope. Drop it. Don't ever bring that shit up ever again.
They should have ended it much sooner. Like, before they even got to the boyfriend, they should have axed it right there. Played Bayley's song, have her come out. Like, put an end to it. Because, damn.
They did say delete.
It was awful.
You hear boos and stuff. It was really bad. And then Alexa was trying to say,
From what I hear, the crowd wasn't that loud. Like, if it had been in a different town, they probably would have booed the hell out of it.
Delete.
But yeah, this whole thing was awful. I don't know why they went the way they did, why they did that at all. It was awful. So, yeah. We found out that Enzo got attacked again, and there's rumors going around that this could be a split between Enzo and Big Cass.
Yep.
So that Big Cass is responsible for the attacks. What are your thoughts about them possibly splitting up Enzo and Big Cass?
A lot of people say it's about time, but
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't get their time to shine as a group.
Yeah.
When they first came in, everyone loved them and stuff. And people still love them. But, other teams came along. They're getting more of the shine and stuff. And so I kind of see their point of trying to break them up. But, I mean, what do you do? I mean,
they've
try to
talked
make
about it for a
Cass
long time.
The big, heel,
Yeah.
the big guy and stuff. Then what's for Enzo? Just going around being goofy in general.
They've talked about that for a couple of years now, that they wanted Big Cass to be a top player and that he wanted to, they want him to be one of the big guys. Obviously, he's tall. I feel like he still needs improvement on the mic. So that's where Enzo would have been to help shine. I saw a theory or something proposed by Chris Jericho of saying put Enzo in 205 Live so that he could people might it might help some of them and bring a little extra attention to 205 Live, but
maybe
I don't know.
He's going to be a comedy relief. We just said I don't know.
We did.
That guy's not going to like
Okay.
Okay.
Anywho, we'll see what happens in the future. After that, we saw Austin Aries, Jack Gallagher going up against Neville and TJP, with Austin Aries and Jack Gallagher getting the victory. Any thoughts on the match?
I must have stepped out for this one.
Okay.
Must have. Is that not remember?
Cool. Gold Dust and R-Truth both cut videos, and it was kind of weird. I'm sorry. I still.
What are they gonna do?
They're having a match at Extreme Rules.
No, I get that, but like
they didn't talk about it, but it's happening. It's one of the kickoff matches. So they've spent how many weeks where R-Truth was trying to get Goldust to be his partner, then Goldust was trying to get R-Truth to be his partner, then they finally became partners.
They couldn't last
They were
forever.
together for a year. They split up, and now the blow-off is a kickoff match that was unannounced by the participants. So
someone's got to open.
That's where we are in the booking.
Is that where we are?
I mean, if anyone's been listening to the show for a long time, they know my thoughts on the whole Golden Truth. I haven't been a fan of it. It's just been a waste of time.
You've been a fan for a long time.
I started to get into it for like 2 weeks, and that was the 2 weeks where they were vying for the championship, and they lost, and then they break them up. So it's like, really? I finally get interested in this tag team.
I'm interested in what Doug thinks about this.
Yeah, we'll find out next week.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That brought us to the main event of Raw. Roman Reigns going up against Seth Rollins. Slow start, but fun finish at the end. I loved the powerbomb into the turnbuckle, into the Superman punch spot. That was really well done. I really appreciated that. Good stuff.
Good stuff, man.
But Roman Reigns ends up getting the victory, and the crowd is...
Yeah, Roman Reigns gets the victory because of fisting.
That's right. You want to go into our Extreme Rules predictions since it plays off of Raw?
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, we got to hear those picks.
We got to hear those picks. We got to hear those picks.
I don't know. Extreme Rules taking place this Sunday on the WWE Network. 2 kickoff matches so far announced. Will we see more? We don't know. Will they change it around? We don't know. Apollo Cruz versus Callisto, the first kickoff match. Tyler, what do you think? Who's going to win this one?
Apollo Cruz, man, because he has Titus Brand with him.
Yeah.
Titus Brand is going to take him to the top.
Yeah. And he's going to make it a win.
All seriousness, Apollo Cruz has been teetering. He's still with Titus.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's weird because he knows, he even acknowledged it on Raw this past week. He knows that Titus cheats, but he's still hanging with him and not saying, dude, you're wrong for that.
Just turn Apollo.
Yeah.
Completely.
Because, like, he's sitting there.
Kicked Enzo in the back
he's sitting there taking a selfie going, yeah, but you cheated. Yeah, but you cheated. Like, come on. Anywho, I'm picking Apollo Crews to win as well.
Me too, because I want to make it a win.
Make it a win.
Poor Callisto.
Next kickoff match, Goldust versus R-Truth. How interested in this match are you? Honestly.
I'm a little bit interested. I still love them.
Who wins?
R-Truth.
Yeah?
And then Goldust wants to put it into R-Truth.
Yeah.
And R-Truth wins, so it still continues. He's still pissed off. He's still trying to end him.
I don't know. I think Goldust gets the win.
Because after that's done, if it's done now, then what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's what happens if R-Truth gets the win.
No.
Yep.
Goldust, they're going to still continue the feud.
If Goldust wins.
No, if R-Truth wins, Goldust is going to keep on attacking R-Truth.
We'll see.
Because he's pissed.
We shall see, sir.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you.
You too.
So let's go into the actual card. There's a number of matches on there, so it should be, I hope, enjoyable. I'm honestly looking more forward to Money in the Bank than I am Extreme Rules. But at the moment, we have a mixed tag match. Sasha Banks teaming up with Rich Swann to go up against Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. I'm going to pick Sasha Banks and Rich Swann to win just because of the whole it's a rubber match. Oh, now we've teamed up these two people to go up against Alicia Fox and Noam Dar that no one cares about. Tyler, what do you think?
Yeah, Sasha Banks and Rich Homie Swann.
Rich Homie Swann. All right. After that, we have the submission match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Neville versus Austin Aries. This is like Austin's third try.
If Austin loses, then what the hell?
Yeah.
You know? So, third time's the charm. Austin Aries.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I almost see TJP getting involved, costing Aries the match. So that TJP can come in and say, hey, you promised me a championship match, and I'm cashing in on that.
What's his name will come out, too? Jack Gallagher.
Nah, I don't think so.
Austin Aries.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Neville on this one.
You would.
I am. Not only would I would.
I can.
But I am, and I can. Change it. Let's talk tag team titles. Cage match between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus. This one is kind of tough for me. I don't really know. I'm wanting Cesaro and Sheamus to win it because I want them to win, A. And then B, I don't know who would be next in line to challenge the Hardy Boys for the tag titles.
The other group?
The other group.
Yep.
Does this other group have a name?
Nope.
Okay.
They're unknown.
The unknowns.
Yeah.
The unmentionables. The no names.
The oddities.
Not the oddities.
So
who are you going with?
Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah. How do you think they win? Pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage? Now I need some clarification. If it's a cage match and one of them escapes, does that count?
I don't know.
Because if it does not, I could see one of them escaping, and then it's a two. No, then it's a 2-on-1 inside the cage. They beat the other person down and get a pinfall win.
Oh yeah, that could be something.
And will there be tags in this match, or is it just
tornado?
Four man? Yeah, will it be tornado style?
Shoot, man, I need.
That's why I thought the cage match for the tag titles was an odd choice.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Cesaro and Sheamus. That's all I know.
I'm going with Cesaro and Sheamus as well. Let's go into the Intercontinental Championship. Miz versus Dean Ambrose. If Dean Ambrose is disqualified,
feel like I don't care about this one.
Then he loses the championship.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Miz.
Yeah. I feel like Ambrose will get counted out.
He's wacky and crazy.
He's wacky and crazy. Yeah. I feel like because it's if he gets disqualified, not if he gets counted out. So I could see that being an out for it. Where Miz is like, yes, I won. Give me the championship. And they said, no. It very specifically says only disqualified.
Oh, gotcha.
So maybe they'll put it into wording. I don't know. I would like to see the Miz get the victory. I would like to see him become champion. But for whatever reason, I think Miz is going to win and Ambrose is going to retain.
Ugh.
That's what I think.
It doesn't matter what you think.
No, it does not. Because who the hell am I?
I'll just pick the Miz.
Miz? All right. Next up, the Women's Championship. Hopefully this will clean the palate of that god-awful segment from Raw. The Women's Championship on the line. Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Kendo stick on a pole match. And
Going on a pole match.
I know anytime you hear a on a pole match, you immediately think Vince Russo. Apparently, Vince Russo has been speaking to Vince McMahon about a possible contributing to WWE or return of some sort. God help us all.
The new general manager is Vince Russo.
Please, God, no. Please.
We're also bringing back Tony Schiavone.
Be okay with that.
And...
Dude, you didn't watch WCW growing up. You know nothing of Tony Schiavone.
I know little.
You know nothing of his work.
A little bit.
You know very little of his work.
Okay, there you go. That's more accurate.
I actually like Tony Schiavone. He was all right.
Let's see. Who else did they bring back? I don't know. Bring Marcus Corvon.
Who?
Marcus Corvon.
Marcus Corvon. No. So Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Who you gonna pick to win this one?
Kendo stick.
Yeah. Whoever wins, we all lose.
Alexa Bliss.
2 women enter, 1 woman leaves, and then another woman leaves after being declared the winner.
Yeah.
So you're picking Alexa?
Yep.
I'm picking Alexa as well. So there you go. Final matchup, Fatal 5-Way Extreme Rules match. Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, and Samoa Joe.
I have like
number 1 contendership.
2 people in my head.
Winner faces the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
Say that, but say Bork Laser. No.
Bork Laser.
Doesn't sound as good.
The Barst.
I have 2 people in my head.
Let me guess. Finn Balor or Seth Rollins?
No.
Finn Balor or Samoa Joe?
No.
Bray Wyatt or Samoa Joe?
No.
Roman Reigns or Roman Reigns?
No.
Roman Reigns or Finn Balor?
Yes.
Hey, first try.
So yeah. That's 2.
That was my next guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're between Reigns and Balor?
Yeah.
Interesting. See, I'm more between Balor and Rollins. Just because they've been, I don't know. I'm going to pick Finn Balor to win this one. I felt like, you know.
The endorsement by Paul Heyman.
The endorsement by Paul Heyman, the shine that he got in the triple threat match, even though he didn't lose. You know, if you lose on the go home show, if you win on the go home show, odds are you're not going to win at the pay-per-view, which Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe both did. Bray Wyatt, he's out. He's not winning. So it comes down to Balor or Rollins. I'm leaning more towards Balor.
Strowman.
Man, I freaking miss Braun Strowman right now.
Yeah.
The
see
show.
that picture where he hit his arm up in the air and that. Yeah.
But
The show's cut.
man, how much of an impact did he make in just a short amount of time?
Yep.
Like Raw is suffering, I feel. Like SmackDown is good. SmackDown is fine. SmackDown is fun. It's easy to watch. Raw, it's kind of hurt. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
Go to the restroom.
Restroom can't hear that.
I'll go with Finn.
Finn Balor? Are you doing it
Balor.
just because I'm doing it? And it's a cool thing to do? And you'll be
Yeah,
right?
I just want to be cool like you, man.
And you'll be right?
Yep.
All right.
I
Sounds
just want to
good.
be cool like you.
Well, I got to say, those were some great picks.
Those are some great picks. Those are some great picks. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So, so leave us a comment on who you think will be victorious at Extreme Rules, and we'll see. So we gave our predictions this week. We'll give our recap next week. The following week, we'll do our predictions for Money in the Bank, and then the following we'll do
so forth and so on.
Yeah. So just a schedule, a slight schedule of what's to come in the coming weeks. Let's talk about SmackDown Live as we
chicks,
get
man.
chicks, man. What about them chicks?
So me.
Yeah. Yeah, SmackDown Live as we're getting closer to Money in the Bank. Kevin Owens started the show with a highlight reel. Welcome to Nakamura, who was interrupted by Corbin, who was interrupted by Zayn.
At what Corbin said to Kevin Owens? You want me to respect your authority? Cartman.
That one didn't land for me. I was like, okay, he's fat and he
Here's
said
the thing.
authority.
I like Corbin wrestling, but I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of him on the mic.
Yeah, I'm sort of there with you. Except when he's on Talking Smack. He can carry himself on Talking Smack. But whenever he's cutting a promo, it's not doing it. So we got set up for a tag match players, Holla Holla. Big surprise. Same exact setup as Monday Night Raw. Nakamura and Zayn versus Owens and Corbin. Another fun matchup. I'm still loving the fact that SmackDown every once in a while will do the picture-in-picture where you can watch the match while the commercials are airing.
Keep on doing it.
Please. As a wrestling fan who wants to watch a wrestling match, that is the best thing that they could have done. Nakamura and Sami Zayn end up getting the win, which gives them momentum going into Money in the Bank.
Yes. Which, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm looking forward more to Money in the Bank just because of that match.
Yeah.
Than I am, I don't know, if I'm looking forward to the Raw pay-per-view. I don't know what else is on the next pay-per-view, Money in the Bank.
Well, at the moment, we've got the rematch, Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. The recently announced, for the first time ever, the women are getting their own Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah, which that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Charlotte, Carmella, Tamina, Natalya, and Becky Lynch.
And James Ellsworth.
Not James Ellsworth, although he'll probably be involved somehow. So they're getting to make history. And it reminded me of probably like a year or two ago when we got asked that question. Like, would we ever want to see... Or do we ever think there would be a women's Money in the
Pretty cool
Bank?
because they did a women's cage match. Now they're doing
Women's Hell in a Cell match, and now we're seeing Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's awesome. That's cool.
What's the next level? A women's Buried Alive match?
Well, I don't know if that degree. I think they kind of got rid of that match.
A women's pyro match?
I don't know about that one either. I think we've seen a TLC match, right? Have they done that? I can't recall.
I don't know, man.
I can't recall.
I don't know.
All that's left is women main event in the pay-per-view. What? No, they've done that.
Yeah.
Maybe main event of Mania. Tell the story right. I'm on board.
Yep.
So don't do it just to do it. Like have meaning behind it. So yeah,
women's elimination chamber.
Yeah, that would be one. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. They're certainly willing to take chances, and I'm all for that. I think it's great. We saw the Usos come out, start to cut a promo. They were interrupted by the New Day.
Honey.
What do you think about the New Day's return?
I didn't catch them when they walked out, but I mean, it's still cool. I'm still down with them.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to try to get a good feud out of this.
I hope so.
Because who else do they have? I mean, American Alpha, but where are they at?
That is a good question. Where were they this week?
Or last
week?
Or the week before.
Yeah. I mean, they're turning the attention towards Breezango and the Uggos and the New Day and the Colognes.
New Day?
So no room for American Alpha.
The Clones.
That sucks. We did see a Fashion Files segment.
Bum, bum.
Which led into their matchup with the Colognes later on that night. I'm kind of worried about Breezango. Like, I want them to get over with the crowd, but I don't want this to become another Damien Mizdow type scenario where the only thing that's over is like the costumes.
I don't know. Do you think the costume stuff is over, really?
Yeah, I think so. Because, I mean, we go back and we talk about the match they had at the pay-per-view, the last pay-per-view, on how fun it was and how they were changing and all that. It wasn't them, it was the characters they were doing.
I hate to say it, but I think that's what we're going to get.
Yeah. I mean, look at what we had with Curtis Axel and Axelmania, and then Damien Mizdow dressing up like Randy Savage. You know, eventually, yeah, it's that thing again where it's the costumes that's getting the talent over as opposed to the talent getting the talent over. So I'm worried about that. I don't want that to happen to Breezango because those are two very talented dudes.
Yeah.
Who could get themselves over if they were given a shot. But I feel like they're given an alternate shot, and that might not work out for them.
Alternate reality.
Alternate reality, yeah. But Breezango ended up getting the victory. We got to see a big brawl between the 5 female combatants that are going to be scheduled in Money in the Bank. It was supposed to be a fatal 5-way match, but before the match even starts, a brawl breaks out, and they went to town. I thought it was a very enjoyable brawl between these ladies. The tables got broken. They got slammed into everything.
Nails got broken. James Ellsworth got his ass thrown across the ring.
Hair got pulled, and yeah, it was really good. Shane McMahon came out and said, "I'm loving it, and this is why I'm putting you guys, you ladies,
I'm loving it,
into the Money in the Bank match." So be on the lookout for that. We got to hear from Randy Orton. He came out, cut a promo on his family, saying, "Man, my grandpa would have been embarrassed to see the way I lost that title."
Yep.
But make no mistake, I'm going to get my title back, blah, 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 blah. Jinder pops up on the big screen.
I'm the Maharaja.
That is right. Very simple, very easy promo for Jinder. I'm wondering how long that will be allowed to happen.
What?
The simple promos, as opposed to, okay, dude, you need to start carrying your weight. You know?
Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
You saw that the viral video of Randy RKO and his son in the pool?
Yes. Yeah, I actually posted that on the podcast page.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it is. The main event saw Dolph Ziggler going up against AJ Styles.
Are you surprised that he got the win over AJ?
Actually, I am. Yeah, I am pretty surprised by that. I was almost expecting a DQ or something else to happen, some sort of interference. I wasn't really expecting a clean finish.
Yeah.
So for Dolph Ziggler to get the win, that's...
Well, you can let Dolph get that one win.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to have another win over AJ Styles ever.
Yeah, that could be.
I beat AJ Styles.
That'll be his claim, yeah.
One time.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the match was well done, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. That pretty much does it for SmackDown. As far as Hot Topics, the only thing I really have is that Lucha Underground begins this week, kicks back up.
What season are they on?
They're still in 3, but it's a continuation. So it's the second half of season 3.
Yeah.
So if you happen to have the El Rey Network, make sure you set your DVRs, folks.
Hells Yeah.
I'll have to get back into it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I couldn't follow. Maybe because we moved the podcast to Wednesday and it comes on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So I get home and I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want to watch it. And then never got around to watching it.
I have something I found out.
What's that?
So my wife was watching a Bachelorette, and there's a wrestler on there.
Really?
Kenny King. He was in TNA and ROH. He was with Rhett Titus. You remember him?
Nope.
Okay, I'll show you him. I'm pretty sure you'll remember him. He's on there, so
neat.
I was like, that's cool.
Cool. Keep us posted on how long he's on the show.
Yeah, see if he's eliminated.
See if he's still there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's a short show this week, but Tyler, you got anything? Any new updates in 2K18?
Nah, I think we're a little bit off from that. Well, no, I mean just a few months and it'll be here.
Yeah.
October was last year. We're hitting June.
Yeah.
Be
here before you know it.
Shit, man. Yeah. Who knows? Hey, hopefully they can get that on the Switch.
I don't know if I'd get that on the Switch.
I've always wanted a good wrestling on a portable because, like, I had like some wrestling on the PSP and stuff, and that wasn't great graphics and stuff. And then I also tried.
I had Smackdown versus Raw on the PSP. That was pretty good.
2K16
took forever to load though.
Yeah,
especially because I had a bunch of created characters. As that took forever.
Oh yeah. 2K16 when I had it on PS4, and I had a Vita. And you could do the backwards thing or the mirror or whatever you could play on there. But it was weird. I said this before, but the triggers and stuff, you had to do the back screen and stuff. And I hated that. And I was like, nah, it's too weird.
Pass.
But I mean, I would like a good looking, playing game on a portable. That'd be
well, you have to think of it as it's a console game, but it just happens to be portable. Yeah. So even if it does, I'd probably get it on the PlayStation or Xbox.
Man, just to think about it, man, like all the new people, this is gonna be like way more.
Yeah, I'm just I sit back and think every once in a while. I'm kind of astonished that somehow I managed to get all three of the major consoles. I've never done that before.
Yeah,
I've never had all of the major consoles at once, and this is the first time I did.
PS4, and the Switch.
That's correct.
In which I'm missing one, the Switch.
In time, sir.
In time.
You'll get yours. All right, you're gonna get yours.
Oh.
But anyways,
I don't know.
That's pretty much going to do it for us this week. So make sure to submit any questions you might have for us on our YouTube channel, WNS Podcast, or WNS Video on YouTube. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com, WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. You can check us out on our page on Facebook, WNS Podcast. Subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
You can find us on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, Player.fm, and Satchel. All you have to do is search Wrestling News Source Podcast. And
you can also follow us on Twitter at WNS Podcast.
Twitter.
You can follow me on Twitter if you so choose at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. There you go. For the podcast crew, I am Daniel Heron.
I'm Abear.
And we will catch you all next week.
Peace.